made a comment that I thought was phenomenal. And that was that we all have a responsibility to have a relationship. If you choose to have if you believe in God, have a relationship where you speak to God, and we don't do all the talking, but we stop and we listen and we allow God to speak back to us. That we can control in the privacy of our bedroom, in the car, wherever we're driving, when we're praying. Everything else that we talked about here tonight, everything else fits into the box of, does your vote count as intended? If a computer system is used and your vote becomes digitized, when you put that ballot in the machinery, which is a computer, and ES&S is the company that we use in all 75 counties, the DS200. Their president, their current president, under oath, in a meeting in Louisiana, in a committee, before a committee, trying to sell his machines, was asked the question, are these machines hackable? Are they safe? And he said, all computer devices, including X-ray machines, including laptops, cell phones, they're all hackable, okay? So what that tells us is that the company that we have to trust, to be honest about our elections, is saying that that machine, that DS&S 200 is hackable and it is susceptible, it's vulnerable, okay? We can't have that. I don't care how much money it costs or whatever other debate is. We can't have that. We have got to, if we want to keep the machines, okay, then that's fine. We keep the machines, but we need to have a paper ballot so that we have a documented, auditable ballot that we can see that doesn't get certified, but we certify the vote. If they want to run the thing through the machine quickly, then let them do that. That's fine. If you want to vote on both, you can vote on both. But we have to have a paper ballot, and we have to be able to tell whether or not our vote is being counted as we intended. I got one question for everybody in the room. Is anybody here able to look at a barcode and tell me what that barcode says? Raise your hand if you're able to read barcode. Okay, if you can't read a barcode, then you shouldn't be using an election machine because your vote becomes a barcode as soon as you vote.
Okay, so Rick has spoken in favor of his resolution. Does anyone want to speak against the resolution? Anyone want to speak against the resolution? Okay, for the resolution, anyone want to speak? Go ahead.
I would just simply reiterate what I said. Biden is taking this shot at Trump. It's unprecedented. And the reason why is he thinks there's not going to be any retribution the next time. And I did a radio show on this. I went with Rick to Mike Lindell's thing in Springdale and saw the computer algorithms for myself, and it made a believer out of me. The only time my program director at KRF forbid me to talk about something, but I convinced him after I showed him a CBS poll that said 80% of Americans think there's shenanigans going on with our election, and I said that's Democrats, Republicans, Independents, Libertarians, Green Party, doesn't matter. When you get 80% of Americans agreeing on something. So this is a way of stopping that.
Okay, so he's spoken for the resolution. Anybody want to speak against the resolution? For the resolution? Yes? Go ahead.
I don't have a big voice, I probably need to. I'm going to speak for the resolution, but I just want to clarify one thing, and I think it will help. I struggle with, okay, how are we going to handle the paper ballots and all of that? The reality is, my wife and I work as co-workers, and maybe some of you do. Only during the early voting, that DS200, during the actual voting election day, we have paper ballots. They're scanned in. Those paper ballots exist mark them with a pen, so you know exactly what you voted for when you vote. And I say all that to say, we can do paper ballots. Just to be clear, right now we do both, I don't understand why. But when they get handed the machine and counted, those ballots are protected and locked up. And they can be gone back and counted, that was necessarily certified. So I would say that just in support of, don't be intimidated by, well, it's too much trouble to go to paper ballots, because we're already doing it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so he's